Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green still here with you once again. Make sure you give me a follow on the Parler app at Jericho Green. All green gear. Just had some new designs uploaded today. 25% off until December 31st. Promo code BYEBYE2020, all caps. And make sure you check out those new designs, said designs, very soon, because we're what? Today's the 16th. We're looking at 9 days until Christmas. Hurry so you can get that green gear under the tree. I saw something yesterday. I was driving and I wrote this down. I thought it was weird. I saw 2 EMTs driving in an ambulance, and one of them had a mask on and one didn't. So unless I'm missing some kind of inner ambulance protocol, that looked kind of weird to me, because these people are the ones that bring people to the hospital, whether it be from their home, from the scene of an accident somewhere. So you would think they would both have their masks on. So why did one have it on and one didn't? Does one of them know that this is bullshit and you don't need to be wearing it in a vehicle with somebody? I don't know. It just looked weird to me that 2 people in the medical field were in the ambulance together and one had their mask on and one didn't. He wasn't eating. You can see in the ambulance very clearly. I was sitting in traffic, so I had plenty of time to look at him. I just thought it was weird. Food for thought. So, I'm going to say this silly, stupid shit for the end. So, today, they announced that negotiations for a second round of stimulus checks are on the table. Yay! Thank you so very much for finally getting around to maybe helping the American people out. I did a video, was a few days ago, maybe last week, where Nancy Pelosi was saying, David Lopan, that liver-spotted demon. She was saying that, well, now that Biden is perverted as our president, now we're going to negotiate because he's shown, he's giving us faith that he's going to do the right thing and finally fight COVID. So now we can start sending money out to the American people. Remember that rotten beast said that we feed the poor, we feed the people. You ain't feeding people shit. How about you feed them some money so they can feed their families? So they said by Thursday or Friday, the Senate should vote on something, but it's only going to be just short of $750 billion, far less than the $2.2 trillion that was put through before. Now, of course, I don't want them to just be printing up money for the short term, because the more money you print with nothing to back it, the value of the dollar goes down. Then you're like those kids in World War I pushing a wheelbarrow full of money just to buy a loaf of bread. Of course, we don't want that. But like I've said before, we need to go speak to China about covering some of our costs, since they unleashed this on the fucking planet. But you think that's going to happen with Biden in office or Trump in office? Which one of those presidents is going to go on China's front door and say, hey, open the door, motherfucker, you owe me some money? Which of them are going to say that? And which of them are going to go, never mind, I don't want to bother them. They might be having dinner. Hey, where am I? This isn't the mall. Exactly. So we're getting peanuts. If you can even call these peanuts. If I knew the nut that was worse than a peanut, I would say it. So instead of getting $1,200 per person, or what was it, $500 or something per kid, something like that. Well, now you're just getting $600 per person. What is $600 going to do? I just talked to a lady today who lost her job because of COVID, talking about how different Christmas is going to be because last year she had a job. So she set the bar pretty high as far as presents. This year, not so much. So she was thinking of different things to do to still make it fun for the kids. What is $600 going to do for that lady with 3 kids? Not a damn thing. But you got all these rich corporations, Buffett's wife and shit, with all these foundations that have gotten millions in government assistance. Millions. Meanwhile, we haven't gotten jack shit for months, and now they're going to come with some $600 per person that we're probably going to be taxed on later. What kind of gangster shit is that? But it's our fault because we keep voting these fucks in. If we voted for somebody else and they started losing their jobs, they would change their tune. If we started a petition and had term limits and we voted in term limits for these fucking congressmen and women and these senators, then maybe they would start working for us, knowing that they have a limited amount of time. But we don't do that. We keep getting fucked. We keep pulling our own pants down around our ankles. We keep finding a nice, comfortable barrel to bend over, and we keep handing them the bottle of KY, begging them to be gentle. And they never are. But every time the voting cycle comes around, 4 years, 2 years, don't worry, Senator. Don't worry, Congressman. Don't worry, Mayor, City Councilman. Don't worry about that. I got it. I'll put my own pants down around my ankles. I will find a comfortable place to bend over, and I will hand you the lubricant of your choice every single time. So is it them or is it us? Yes, they're corrupt. Yes, they're on the take. Yes, they don't give a shit. And we know that, but we still keep pulling the lever for them every time. We, the people, it doesn't mean that they only serve us. That means we have to take care of ourselves. We can't trust them. What did Public Enemy say? Can't trust it. We can't trust them. They keep saying, hey, guys, stop trusting us. And we say, no. They learn. Give them more responsibility. Give them more power. They keep saying, guys, we are fucking incompetent. We can't handle this. We're gonna fuck it up. And we, the voters, we keep saying, no. They've learned their lesson. Give them more responsibility. Give them more power. So at some point, this is our fault. We keep voting in these sick bastards into office, like Anthony Weiner, that poor bastard. Imagine growing up with your last name being Weiner. But this little pervert, I did a video on this too. He's trying to make it so as long as there's not more than 10 years between a pervert and his victim, being a child, that they don't have to register as a sex offender. It will be left to the judge's discretion. That's who we keep voting back into office. That's who we keep giving the keys to our fucking city. People like that. People that keep giving this stimulus money and all this assistance to the wealthy. We're down here, stomachs rumbling. Kids looking at us like the bottom of that Christmas tree isn't full like it was in 2019. But we keep putting them back in. So don't worry, our peanuts, you know what? We're not even getting peanuts. We're getting peanut shells. We're getting the fucking shells in the skin. Not even the peanuts. Man. So anyway, the silly dumb shit I was telling you I was saving till the end. So this lady, she's some kind of representative for some kind of fucking council for Native Americans. Because as you know, the Cleveland Indians, and you knew this was a matter of time. You got the Redskins changing their shit. Atlanta Braves, they're coming for you. They already took the fucking little Indian girl off the Land O'Lakes butter. Steady taking jobs from people of color. Out of one side of their mouth, we care about the people of color. Out the other side, strip history of them. All visual proof of their existence must be removed. So, the Cleveland Indians, they got to change their fucking name. They don't know what it's going to be. They say they're going to debut it in 2022 when they hope that were able to go to baseball games again in large groups. So I did some rooting around, some homework. So the Cleveland Indians were started in 1901, the year after Major League Baseball started. So the Cleveland Indians were part of the original eight charter teams to start the MLB. So it was named, the Cleveland Indians were named after this dude, what's his name? Louis Sockalexis. That's his, Louis Sockalexis. He was the first known Indian in baseball history. So in the 1900s, the turn of the century, when racism was supposed to be at its height in America, they named a professional baseball team after the first Indian in baseball history. So that's why it was started. Normally, when you see these names, these Indian names, Apaches, Blackhawks, things of that nature, Tomahawk, Mohawk, it's because it's badass. They look badass, so we name badass things after badass names. Or it's a sign of respect. It's a sign of celebrating that culture. I think this is cool, so I'm going to name something that means a lot to me after this cool thing. That's like if somebody were to name their child after you, you getting pissed off that they named their child after you. But I'm trying to honor you because my child is the most precious thing to me, and I'm going to name it after someone that means a lot to me. Now, fuck that. You change that kid's name. That kid's name is no longer Baby Jericho. You change it to something else. Doesn't that sound stupid? So, it was named after Louis Sockalexis, and that's where they got the name. The logo, they contracted this company, and the owner at the time said, I wanted to convey a feeling of overwhelming joy and happiness. So the name of the team was born out of respect for one of the Native American members, the first Native American member of Major League Baseball. And the logo was born out of undeniable joy and happiness. But fast forward, see, the early 1900s, those are hard times. Turn of the century, you got cars coming about. You might be next to you might be in an intersection in a T-Model Ford next to somebody on a damn horse. Then you get into World War I, the Great Depression, World War II. You get into Korea, Vietnam, all this shit. We always had some hard times. We always had some hard shit to get over as a nation. Now in 2020, we all have NASA-grade computers in our back pocket. Everything can be sent to your home at the click of a fucking button. It's not even a button anymore. It's touch screen. You can see everything you've ever heard of in your life, every clip, every movie, every song, every food, every piece of knowledge, every bit of clothing, every shoe, every hat, every piece of jewelry, everything can be yours like that. So now we don't have shit to worry about. So now we start looking for bullshit like some dramatic ass girlfriend. We're looking for some shit. So far, we're stuck on this racism thing, or what we think it is. So now we're going after shit like this. So now the Cleveland Indians have to change the name of a team that was named after the first Native American pro baseball player. How the fuck does that work? You can't win for losing. This shit is so convoluted and complicated and fucking dumb and driven by emotion that nobody can get it right. The people that are doing things and naming things to honor these people are being told that you have to change it because now 120 years later, that's offensive to honor somebody that's colored. Man, my head hurts. This shit is, what? They didn't start the name because we need to call attention to these little red-faced savages. Nope. It was to honor one of them. The logo, it's not a dude, not an Indian dude wearing that derby with a feather sticking out and a bottle with some X's on it that says firewater wrapped in a questionable blanket. Nope. It was to convey undeniable joy and happiness. Well, you can't have joy and happiness. That's not allowed. Because that joy and happiness, it has to be coming at somebody else's expense, right? And see, if you have enough hue to your skin, then you must be protected. But I don't need protecting. I'm good. No, you have to be protected. No, man, I got this. I'm smart. I'm able-bodied. I got this. No, you don't got this, you little colored motherfucker. You need to be helped. You need a boost over that wall. You need the answers to the 10th. And you need lower qualifications to do things. Yeah, but I'm just as smart as that white guy. No, you're not. You're colored and you still have problems with slavery and Jim Crow. Well, no, I don't. I grew up with those guys. I can do what they can do. No, you can't. Shut up. But you're making it weird out here for me because you're giving me things that you're not giving everybody else. You need the help. They don't get it. They got white privilege. But I got better grades than them. They have white privilege. Shut up. Get in line. Put one of these bibs around your neck and get ready to have this federal tit shoved in your mouth that you must guzzle from until you die. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound fair. That sounds stupid. But you know what else it sounds like? It sounds like the kind of America that they're trying to turn this country into. Fuck. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go home with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.